Hi, I'm Brett Lyons, Communications Officer for Union County. Welcome to another edition of Union County Conversation, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Guardian Ad Litem program. And with me is Carolyn Green. She's the District Administrator for District 20, which includes Union and Stanley counties, and two volunteers or advocates with the Guardian Ad Litem program. We have Judette Black and Lynn Chaloni. I'm sorry. Lynn Chaloni, and they're advocates for the program. Thank y'all for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Carolyn, I'll start with you. What exactly is the Guardian Ad Litem program?
The Guardian Ad Litem program is an agency that advocates for children who've been abused and neglected and have entered into the court system when the Department of Social Services has filed a court action, which is called a petition.
Okay, so that's, so I guess it starts with DSS. That's how a child gets into the program through DSS?
Yes, through DSS.
Okay. What could be some of the reasons that that would happen? How would DSS get involved with the child?
Typically, people make referrals. They call DSS when they feel like a child has been abused or neglected. Okay. And Department of Social Services has to do an investigation. And if they find out that the allegations are true and it's a serious issue, they may go forward and file a petition at that time. Or it may come from a case where they've worked with the family and the parents have failed to do what DSS has asked them to do. So they get the assistance of the court to help them try to get permanency and try to get a resolution to the issues that they're dealing with.
Okay. What are the responsibilities of the volunteers or the advocates?
Their responsibilities will include investigating, collaborating with other agencies, making recommendations to the court, and being the voice for the child. Volunteers continue to monitor cases throughout a period of time when they're assigned. They visit the children on a regular basis. Typically, that's at least once a month.
Okay. And you said through a period of time, could that be months, years, or normally what would it?
We try to close out cases within a year. That happens with some cases. Some last longer than a year. So it just depends. Every case is different on the needs of the children and what the parents have to do. You know, everybody has something different that they have to do.
And currently, how many volunteers do you have?
37.
37.
37 volunteers.
And I assume you have more children needing volunteers than 37, right?
Yes, currently we are serving 171 children, and that number increases daily, weekly. And we have 46 children currently that do not have Guardian Ad Litems.
Okay. So there's training, and that's one of the big reasons we're here is to talk about the training. And there is a training for the advocates that starts October 3rd, correct?
Yes, we have an awesome training program. The first step is to visit the website, volunteer for GAL, and complete your application. And then there will be an interview that's set. And once the interview is set and we've had an opportunity to meet you and accept you into the training program, training will start October the 3rd. That will be the orientation class. And following that Monday, the 3rd, we have 5 consecutive Mondays. Training is from 10 to 1. It's in the Judicial Center. And once you completed training, you're sworn in by the judge and you can begin starting to advocate for a child, whoever we assign you to.
Great. Well, Judette and Lynn, how long have y'all been advocates here in Union County?
I've been involved with the program almost 5 years now.
And I started in Texas, and for a total of 10 years.
Great. And what made you want to get involved with a program like this?
Well, I've always been interested in doing things with kids. They have such a different perspective on things. But also I've done a variety of volunteer work over the years with different ages of children. And I have 2 grown sons, and every parent knows it's not an easy job. Some people need a little help with it. So I just wanted to get involved. Once I retired, I was looking for some volunteer work. So this sounded interesting.
And my 2 daughters went off to college, and I had no more children, and I needed some more child care time. So this was the need.
What are some of the things that y'all do for the child or the children? I assume you might have more than one child that you're working with.
Well, you may have more than one case, but even within one case, you may have multiple children, depending on how many children are in the family.
Gotcha.
But every case is different, so you'll have different things to do. But basically, we will visit at least once a month with the child, whether it's at the foster home, at their school, some other setting. And you basically have to, depending on the age of the child, meet them where they can understand what's going on and, be responsive to what they feel their needs are and what they express to you. And also you have to make sure if the parents are, if the parents are doing what the court has ordered them to do, it could be counseling, it could be drug therapy or testing, it could be parenting classes. So you just want to keep up with whether or not they're complying so they can get their children back. So it varies.
And that's part of the exciting part of the program, because every case is different, whether you're receiving a child out of the hospital as a newborn to a teenager, and every life situation is different for them.
What would y'all say to someone who may think, this sounds like something I'd want to get involved with? What would you say? I know you would probably say it's very rewarding.
It is very rewarding. You're doing something productive. Another thing, you get to see how the system works and what goes on with the whole process, but you're helping children, and you're giving the judge another perspective. So, for him to make his decisions, because he's making life decisions for this child. So I would say, definitely pursue it.
You do find out a lot about the judicial system. And
Yes.
It's not like TV. But it's very rewarding. It's not a big deal to a lot of people, but for that one child or that one family, it is a big deal.
Carolyn, if someone's interested, what do they need to do to get involved?
The first step will be to complete an application on the volunteerforgal.org website and go through the interview process. And once they go through the interview, they can begin the training process.
Okay. And this is something that someone with a full-time job can do, someone that's retired, someone with a part-time job?
Yes, we have volunteers from every category, full-time workers, because companies allow their employees to do volunteer work, and this is one of the volunteer programs that's very beneficial and rewarding, as the volunteers have stated. We have a lot of retirees, teachers, principals, just individuals that want to give back, pastors, and we are definitely looking and have a need for male volunteers. And we have college students. That's another option. That always brings a different perspective, because they need experience and they can use this as a job experience.
Okay, great. Well, thank y'all for being here, and thank y'all for what y'all do for those children in need. If you're interested in becoming an advocate for the Guardian Ad Litem program, just go to the website that's listed on your screen. And again, training starts October 3rd. So thank y'all again for being here, and thank y'all for watching.
Thank you.